Bakit po pinagmumulta ng Department of Energy ito pong kumpanya ni Congressman Leviste na nagkakahalaga ng 24 billion pesos?
All right. I'll explain to you that um, Solar Philippines is a holder of 43 contracts of DOE. And the 43 contracts, these are all energy contracts to produce power, no? Produce solar energy, actually, renewable energy. Now, it came from varying years, but um, out of the 43, we terminated na, including the 24 and 25. So 24 and 25, we terminated 28. And then previous to that, we already terminated 4 pa. So 32 ang total na na-terminate yan. What could be the reason for terminating a contract? For various reasons. For non-performance, you don't follow your work plan, or violation of the contract, all, or you can relinquish it actually. So in this case, marami pong violation. Basically, walang na-deliver. So we terminated. And once you join the green energy auction, that's even a more there's more commitment to that, because may commitment ang gobyerno, bibilhin namin yung electricity for 20 years at a certain rate, and that's to make sure that this projects come in, because offer namin yan para to make sure that you have financial closure na matutuloy yung project. Now, come 2025, December 25, 2025, all these projects, 32 projects, have been terminated kasi walang delivery. There's nothing like reporting of their progress of their permitting, progress if they follow their work plan year on year, renewal of performance bonds which they didn't renew. So ang daming violations, and just the bottom line is nothing. There's nothing. There's 0 megawatts by 2025. So we have to cancel kasi what's the point, no? Why are they hoarding so many contracts if they're not going to deliver anyway?
Secretary, gaano katagal nila hinord yung contracts na ito, and how much power were they supposed to generate by 2025 December?
There are different dates kasi ng mga contracts. And then some contracts were issued in 21, meron ding 22, meron ding 2019. Iba-iba siya eh. Actually, after siguro ng issuance ng, I can't remember exactly when they issued the franchise. Yun, dumami ng dumami because I guess they were excited about being the pioneers of renewable energy in the Philippines. So varying different contracts. Pero matagal-tagal rin nilang hinawakan. Sino mga 5 years din.
Okay. Kung 5 years, ang gamitin nating time frame is 5 years. So
Right.
would it be correct to say na nasayang opportunity to generate power as part of the green energy program by the government dahil merong humawak na mga kontrata pero hindi nag-deliver?
Definitely. Actually, sorry, just to to go back to your last question. May 2017, 2018, iba-ibang dates, no? But so basically 5 years. Now, if you sit on a contract for 5 years, actually that's a violation kasi dapat may commitment ka to deliver. It's not an instant project kasi you have to get all the permits. Now, kaya medyo strict din kami. Now, we're strict during my time now, or recent times. Strict kami magbigay ng contracts. Kasi these contracts, especially the committed ones, we already include that in the Philippine Energy Plan.
Yeah.
That how do you call that? Sets the targets for the next 5 years, 10 years, in fact, up to 20 years. Tuloy-tuloy yan. Kasi naka-include na siya. No? Hindi lang to sayang. It messed up the whole Philippine Energy Plan. Kasi marami dito talagang committed na to, and we already incorporated that into our projections na will there be enough in 2026? Will there be enough in the next years? So kaya kami nagpupush ng mga projects para ma-meet ang increasing demand ng Philippines. But now that's out of the window. We have to redo our calculations again.
Okay. When you say messed up the whole Philippine energy plan, di ba meron tayong tinatawag na energy mix, no? And I understand yung renewable energy kung saan bahagi yung solar energy, ang plano yata to increase that to 35%, no? From
35% by 2030.
okay,
So
from
every
25.
year, correct. And then so almost every year or more than once a year, we do auctions to make sure na talagang matutuloy. Kasi etong auction na to talagang pinag-aagawan to eh. It's a 20-year contract with a fixed rate. So,
Mm.
para to ensure na come that delivery date, papasok itong power from your power plant, and that will form part of our whole grid so that the 5%, 6% increase every year ma-address ng mga bagong planta na to.
Mm.
Messed up, why? Because we already included this in our projection. Now, 35%, it's still doable, Christian, though. Kasi
Hindi siya mapo-push back, hindi siya madedelay because of
hindi
this.
siya delay because we'll do catch up. And we're doing catch up already. But, di ba, yun yung commitment eh. That was a commitment and now we have to find other ways. Pero that was a commitment way back pa, 5 years ago or during GEA, for example. You committed to deliver at a certain date. Ngayon wala na siya. So that's hindi lang yun violation of a contract, Christian. It's practically a sabotage of the Philippine energy plan, affecting everyone else. I mean, the rates would have gone down by 2030 at a certain level. Ang supply natin magiging manipis sa summer 2026 because of non-delivery of these projects.
So yung pinapaliwanag ni Secretary sa mga viewers natin who might be finding this very technical, yan po yung konkretong epekto sa mga ordinaryong Pilipino, sa mga negosyo, given the fact na napakamahal ang kuryente dito sa Pilipinas. So because of this problem and how it has messed up our Philippine energy plan. Ang isa kong tanong, Secretary, no, hindi medyo naputol yung discussion natin kagabi.
Yeah.
Why in the first place was this company, Solar Philippines, given those service contracts?
I'm not sure, no. It happened during before my time, but I think he passed naman every application. They passed naman the evaluation, and we evaluate at that time kasi we evaluate applications per applications, contract to contract. So maybe the bigger picture was not foreseen. Pero at that time also, there was that super, how did you call it? A super franchise. That he got, and then there was parang the wonder boy of renewable energy or solar. So there was so much potential talaga, and I was sayangan rin ako eh. I mean, there was so much potential and hype about the ability that Solar Philippines would bring in, and then the progressiveness of its owner. Nabigyan sobrang dami, 42. That's really a big chunk of our energy needs. So, I think as far as the UAE is concerned, pumasa naman siya. Should it have been flagged? I don't know, maybe, but pumapasa. Kaya we've just followed the rules in accordance with the mandate that we're given.
Okay, linawin lang po natin. No? Ano ba yung kumpanyang F9 ninyo? Is it Solar Philippines? Tama po?
Alright, I'll explain. Kasi ito talaga nalilito yung mga tao.
Yeah.
Meron isang kumpanya na tatay, di ba? That's the holding company, like Solar Philippines Holding Company, I think yung pangalan. Now, etong tatay na to, may mga anak yan, 3 anak niya. That's Solar ng Bayan, Solar Philippines, and Solar Philippines New Energy Company.
SPNEC.
SPNEC, which is SPNEC, we can start with the easier end. SPNEC is a holder of 3 contracts. And that company, nag-partner dyan yung Meralco Group.
Yeah.
They actually have about almost 90% of the ownership. And,
Yung Meralco.
Yung Meralco. And they're doing very well. Gusto ko tong company na to kasi they're delivering and they're delivering on time. May mga delays then because of some technical issues, but they're delivering actually 3,500 at some point right now, part pa lang, pero they're on time, they're on track. So ang second is the Solar ng Bayan, which is the holder of the franchise.
Yeah.
Yun yung nakapangalan sa franchise. Ang third is Solar Philippines. I don't know if there's kung iba pa yung mga pangalan. But Solar Philippines is a holder of 42 contracts. So naka-separate siya, pero pareho yung tatay. Actually, isa lang yung lolo. Pare-pare. Same one company owns it, and there's only one single owner of that holding company. Kaya isa lang tao yung may-ari ng lahat na to na companies.
Yung Solar Philippines Holdings Incorporated, sino may-ari po? Bahagi pa rin po ba na may-ari si Leandro Leviste?
Single shareholder. Yeah, single share. Well, 99% is Congressman Leandro.
So, may-ari ng SP, yung pinakatatay na kumpanya, si Leandro Leviste. Tapos, yung, kasi kanina pinanood ko yung interview niya kay Pinky Web, no? Ang claim niya, dissolve na raw itong solar para ng bayan, para sa bayan. Okay? Tapos, hindi raw siya involved sa day-to-day activities or operations itong SPNEC. I don't know about Solar Philippines. Kasi medyo mahirap kausap si Congressman Leviste, no? Parang kung saan-saan niya dinadala yung usapan eh. Okay. So for the record, SP Holdings, yung Solar Philippines Holdings, yung mother company or father company, 99% owned by Leviste. How about Solar para sa bayan?
100% by the holding company. Diba?
Okay. So sa kanya rin.
Diretso yan. Technically, if you compute it, it's still 100% his.
Okay. How about yung Solar Philippines, yung inyong pinagmulta?
Same.
Ang pagmamayari ay kay
holding
Leviste.
company, which is 100% din sa kanya. So, isang tao lang yung may-ari ng lahat-lahat talaga.
How about yung SPNEC? Sabi niyo 90% Meralco.
So, kinuha, they've been, I don't know the details of the transaction, but as of today, ang pagkakaintindi namin is 11% ang solar, and then about 89% I assume as the MGen. We've been checking the GIS and parang ganun naman lumalabas. I don't know if they updated it recently.
Okay. So ang pinagmulta Solar Philippines sa pagmamay-ari ni Leviste. Okay. Yung franchise na ang meron naman yung Solar Philippines ay Solar para sa bayan. Ano yung connection nitong hindi pagde-deliver ng deliverables itong Solar Philippines doon po sa prangkisang nakuha ng isang kumpanyang pagmamay-ari din ng Solar Philippines Holdings?
Okay. There's actually as to operations and liability, separate sila per company. The thing is the same owner, so there's a question of piercing the veil of corporate but si Solar Philippines, yung franchise kasi, ang issue kasi medyo dalawa yung issue dito, Christian, just the fines is on Solar Philippines, which doesn't concern the Solar ng Bayan. Now,
Yes.
Solar ng Bayan, ang concern dyan, as mentioned by Ombudsman Remulla in one of his shows, is the question of divestment. Kasi once, under the Constitution, sitting official, elected official at that, cannot hold a franchise. That's a violation. There's conflict of interest. Lahat na dapat hindi ka part yan kasi it's a privileged franchise given by government, most especially by the legislative. So, nasa Constitution yan. Violation yan. So, if he says that it hasn't been, if he sold it or it hasn't, they've abandoned it, then Congress should be informed. Diba? Yun yung I think ang point dun is dapat pinaalam sa Kongreso kasi binigyan ka nga ng prangkisa tapos wala kang ginawa and then you abandon it. You should tell Congress so Congress can re-evaluate or give it to somebody.
That's one issue.
Yun dapat yung unang ginawa na may divestment. I hope he can prove that he divested before he sat as congressman kasi it doesn't matter whether you abandon or not, pero kung hindi ka nag-divest, the violation talaga ng Constitution. Yan. That's a case that can be evaluated by the Ombudsman. Ang fines naman is on Solar Philippines. It has nothing to do with the with the franchise kasi sineperate nila eh. So, ang possible na liable down would be Solar Philippines or probably the holding company or probably the ultimate owner.
Dito. Pero yun nga, yung how about yung transfer, yung yung prangkisa na iba yung gumagamit ngayon. Can you explain that?
Di ko alam kung iba na ba yung gumagamit nun. I'm not sure if I haven't watched any of the interviews.
Is it not the case? Walang ibang gumagamit ng prangkisa na yun?
Actually, my impression is nobody's using it. They haven't done anything with that franchise.
Okay, so kung yun ang realidad, basically, bakit pa siya kumuha ng prangkisa?
Exactly, no? Sayang, di ba? Sayang. It's really a good franchise. It identifies the areas where you are to build microgrid for far-flung areas. That's a project with a heart, no? Napakalaking impact nun sa mga far-flung communities natin, but nothing's been done eh. So others cannot do it because may franchise na naka-include doon ang area. So sayang talaga.
Paki-clarify lang po. Yung prangkisa na nakuha nung Solar para sa Bayan, hindi ba ito ginagamit nung SPNEC ngayon?
No,
Magkaiba 'yon.
magkaiba rin. Oo.
Okay.
There's so much there's so much corporate structuring na nangyari dito eh. But iba siya. It's a separate entity eh. And SPNEC likely got the contracts from Solar Philippines. So it's separate talaga, Christian. Si Solar ng Bayan doesn't have any contracts, no activities, no applications in DOE, nothing. As far as we're concerned, it hasn't dealt with DOE until today. Kaya wala siyang activity.
What do you mean until today? Secretary.
Wala talagang, kasi di ba pag gumawa ka ng project that concerns energy, you have to go through us. Kasi regulator kami. You ask for how much should you charge, yung technical design ng mga project mo, nothing eh. Kaya I don't know what the franchise is for eh. The question is non-activity or non-performance a violation of the franchise? Congress has to determine that.